We all carry imperfections, don't we? Those little quirks, flaws, or so-called shortcomings that we try to mask, hide, or even erase. Society often teaches us to smooth the edges, fit the mold, and aim for a standard of perfection that no one really achieves. But today, I want to tell you something that might feel counterintuitive to it. If your imperfections are your greatest assets. Think about it. What makes you stand out? What gives you depth, character, and resilience? It's not the polished parts of your life. It's the messy, challenging, and raw moments. Those are the places where growth happens, where you discover strength you didn't know you had. The cracks in the facade aren't weaknesses. They're where the light gets in. When you embrace your imperfections, you start to live authentically. You stop chasing the exhausting illusion of perfection and begin to honor the person you truly are. And that's where the magic happens. That's where confidence grows. Not the kind of confidence that shouts, I'm flawless, but the quiet, unshakable belief that says, I'm enough just as I am. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Life isn't about never stumbling. It's about getting back up each time you fall, learning from the experience and moving forward stronger and wiser. The journey isn't linear, and that's okay. Every twist, turn, and detour shapes you into someone even more extraordinary. So stop holding yourself back because you think you're not enough. Stop letting fear of imperfection silence your voice, dim your light, or shrink your dreams. The world doesn't need another perfect person to need you. The real, flawed, authentic you, embrace your imperfections because in them lies your power, your purpose, and your unique story waiting to inspire others. Authenticity is one of the most profound and powerful ways to connect with yourself, your purpose, and others. It begins with embracing who you truly are, your strengths, your imperfections, your values, and living in alignment with them. When you let go of the pressure to conform to external expectations and focus on being genuine, you create a life that feels more meaningful and fulfilling. This authenticity not only enriches your own life, but also strengthens your relationships and the impact you have on the world around you. Living authentically starts with self-awareness. It requires a willingness to reflect on your true desires, beliefs, and emotions without judgment. This introspection helps you understand what really matters to you, as opposed to what you've been conditioned to believe you should value. When you embrace your authentic self, you align your actions with your inner truths, creating a sense of harmony and purpose in your life. Instead of chasing superficial goals or societal approval, you focus on what genuinely resonates with you, allowing your passion and energy to flow naturally. One of the most powerful aspects of authenticity is how it fosters genuine connections with others. When you show up as your true self, you invite others to do the same. Vulnerability, often seen as a weakness, is actually a cornerstone of authenticity. It's through admitting our struggles, fears, and imperfections that we become relatable and approachable. This openness builds trust, deepens relationships, and encourages a sense of community. People are drawn to authenticity because it is rare and refreshing in a world often filled with pretenses. Being authentic doesn't mean you're free from flaws or mistakes. It means you own them. It's about showing up consistently, even when it's uncomfortable, and staying true to your values. This consistency builds credibility and self-respect. When you act in ways that align with who you are, you create a foundation of integrity that not only strengthens your own confidence, but also inspires others. People admire and gravitate toward those who have the courage to live authentically because it gives them permission to do the same. Authenticity also connects you to a deeper purpose. When you stop trying to fit into molds that don't align with who you are, you free yourself to pursue goals and paths that truly matter to you. This alignment leads to greater satisfaction and fulfillment because your efforts are directed towards something meaningful rather than superficial. The joy and passion that come from living authentically are contagious, inspiring others to reflect on their own lives and choices. And finally, living authentically allows you to embrace imperfection without shame. You recognize that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love, respect, or success. In fact, your imperfections make you unique and add depth to your character. By being authentic, you show the world that it's okay to be human, encouraging others to let go of their masks and embrace their own true selves. Authenticity is a powerful force that not only transforms your own life, but also creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around you to live with greater honesty, courage, and connection. Growth begins when you accept yourself fully. This truth is profound yet often overlooked. Many of us spend years trying to meet external expectations or chasing an idealized version of ourselves, believing that only when we're perfect will we be deserving of happiness, success, or love. But real growth doesn't start with fixing yourself, it starts with accepting yourself. This acceptance is not about complacency or refusing to improve. It's about acknowledging where you are right now, embracing all parts of yourself, and giving yourself permission to grow from a place of authenticity. When you accept yourself fully, you release the weight of judgment and self-criticism that holds you back. Too often, we become our harshest critics, constantly focusing on what's wrong with us. This inner dialogue can be paralyzing, creating fear, doubt, and shame that stifles progress. Acceptance, on the other hand, shifts your mindset. It's not about ignoring your imperfections, but recognizing that they're part of what makes you human. This acknowledgement fosters self-compassion, which is essential for personal growth. When you treat yourself with kindness, you create an environment where positive change can thrive. Self-acceptance also allows you to see your strengths more clearly. When you stop fixating on what you lack, you begin to notice what you already have. This clarity empowers you to use your natural talents and abilities as a foundation for growth. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more of who you already are. By focusing on your unique qualities, you can set goals that align with your true self rather than striving for an image that doesn't reflect your reality. Another key aspect of self-acceptance is that it enables you to face challenges and setbacks with resilience. Life is full of obstacles and no one navigates it flawlessly. When you accept yourself, you're better equipped to handle failure because you understand that your worth isn't tied to perfection. You can approach difficulties with a mindset of learning rather than fear, seeing each setback as an opportunity to grow rather than a reason to doubt yourself.
This resilience is critical for personal development and long-term success.
Moreover, self-acceptance strengthens your relationships with others. When you accept yourself, you're more likely to accept others as they are, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections. It also liberates you from the need for external validation. Instead of seeking approval from others, you can approach relationships from a place of authenticity and mutual respect. This shift not only enhances your connections, but also reinforces your sense of self-worth. Ultimately, growth requires a starting point, and that starting point is self-acceptance. It's the foundation upon which all meaningful change is built. When you accept yourself fully, you create space for growth, transformation, and a deeper connection to your purpose. You're not striving to be someone else, you're embracing the journey of becoming the best version of yourself. In that acceptance lies the power to grow, evolve, and thrive. Imperfections are often seen as weaknesses, but what if they're not? What if instead of being flaws to fix, they're strengths in disguise? This perspective can transform the way we see ourselves and the world around us. Imperfections make each of us unique, setting us apart in a way that no one else can replicate. They are the cracks in the surface that reveal the depth of who we truly are. Think about some of the most inspiring people in your life or those you admire from a distance. Chances are they're not individuals who pretended to be perfect. Instead, they probably embraced their imperfections, using them as tools for growth and connection. It's in their vulnerability, authenticity, and willingness to show their true selves that they became relatable and impactful. Imperfections often spark creativity, drive innovation, and create resilience. The ability to acknowledge them and even celebrate them opens the door to unexpected possibilities. What's more, imperfections are often our greatest teachers. They reveal areas where we can grow, adapt, or learn. For instance, someone who struggles with public speaking might, over time, develop a unique way of engaging with others that is entirely their own. Their initial fear or difficulty becomes the foundation for a powerful skill set. Similarly, someone who feels too emotional may, in embracing that sensitivity, become a source of comfort and understanding for others, developing empathy that strengthens relationships. Imperfections also have a remarkable way of connecting us. When we show our flaws, we invite others to do the same. It fosters an environment of trust and mutual respect because perfection is alienating. It feels unattainable and distant. But when you allow yourself to be seen for who you really are, imperfections, and all you create bonds that are grounded in truth. These bonds aren't built on the illusion of flawlessness, but on the solid foundation of authenticity. In addition, imperfections encourage us to focus on progress rather than perfection. Life is a continuous journey of learning and growth, and striving for an unattainable standard only creates frustration and discouragement. However, when we accept our flaws as part of who we are, we give ourselves permission to grow in ways that feel natural and fulfilling. This shift in mindset allows us to celebrate our achievements, however small, instead of dismissing them as insufficient. Your imperfections are a roadmap to your individuality, guiding you toward a life that is authentically yours. They are not liabilities, but gifts that offer you the chance to evolve, connect, and inspire. Embracing them doesn't mean settling or refusing to grow. It means understanding that every so-called flaw is an integral piece of the puzzle that makes you unique. In this way, imperfections become not just a part of who you are, but the very reason you're extraordinary. Striving for progress rather than perfection is a liberating mindset that allows you to grow, adapt, and achieve in a more sustainable and fulfilling way. The pursuit of perfection often leads to frustration, stress, and feelings of inadequacy, as perfection is an unattainable standard. On the other hand, focusing on progress emphasizes the journey, celebrates small victories, and helps you build resilience and confidence along the way. When you aim for progress, you shift your focus from flaws and shortcomings to the improvements you're making. This perspective fosters a sense of accomplishment no matter how small the steps may seem. Each step forward, however minor, represents growth and effort. Progress is about acknowledging where you started, recognizing how far you've come, and using that as motivation to keep moving forward. It's not about being the best, but about becoming better than you were yesterday. The perfectionist mindset can create a fear of failure that paralyzes you. When you're obsessed with getting everything right, you may avoid taking risks or trying new things because you're afraid of making mistakes. This fear can stifle creativity and innovation, preventing you from reaching your full potential. Progress-oriented thinking, however, encourages you to embrace failure as a natural part of growth. Mistakes are no longer viewed as catastrophic, but as valuable learning experiences that help you refine your skills and strategies. Progress also allows you to set realistic and achievable goals. Instead of overwhelming yourself with the pressure to be flawless, you can break your goals into smaller, manageable steps. This approach not only makes the journey feel less daunting, but also provides a steady stream of positive reinforcement as you accomplish each milestone. These small wins build momentum and reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed, creating a positive cycle of motivation and improvement. Another powerful aspect of focusing on progress is that it cultivates self-compassion. When you accept that perfection is unattainable, you become more forgiving of your mistakes and imperfections. This self-compassion creates a healthier relationship with yourself, reducing the negative self-talk that often accompanies perfectionism. By being kinder to yourself, you create an environment where growth can flourish, free from the fear and criticism that perfectionism brings. Progress-oriented thinking also improves your relationships with others. When you stop holding yourself to impossible standards, you're less likely to impose those expectations on the people around you. This shift fosters more authentic and empathetic connections as you begin to appreciate the journey of growth in others as well as in yourself. Ultimately, progress, not perfection, is the foundation of meaningful growth. It's about embracing the process, celebrating incremental achievements, and understanding that the path to success is not linear. By prioritizing progress, you free yourself from the unrealistic pressure to be perfect and open the door to continual improvement, deeper self-awareness, and a more fulfilling life. Embracing your imperfections, accepting yourself fully, striving for progress over perfection, and living authentically are not just philosophies, they are powerful tools for personal growth and fulfillment. These principles remind us that we don't have to be flawless to be valuable or worthy. In fact, it's our imperfections, our unique journeys, and our willingness to show up as we are that make us extraordinary. Life isn't about achieving an idealized version of perfection. It's about becoming the best version of yourself through self-awareness, resilience, and continuous learning. When you let go of unrealistic expectations, you free yourself to grow, connect, and contribute meaningfully to the world. You become more aligned with your true self, build deeper relationships, and find purpose in the imperfections that make you human. So as you move forward, remember to embrace your flaws, celebrate your progress, and live authentically. In doing so, you'll not only unlock your own potential, but also inspire others to do the same. The world doesn't need perfection. It needs authenticity, courage, and people who are willing to be themselves unapologetically. That's where real strength, connection, and growth begin.